Jax progressing to abstraction is 100% Kane's fault, and the key is Scratch. Also, I'm Tomi, Rigatomi. I talk manga, books, anime, video games, all alike. We're talking Amazing Digital Circus' 7th episode. If you haven't watched, don't look. Now, in my last video, I talked about Jax not doing anything wrong, and this holds still. After he presses the button, he confronts Kane, saying that Kane was in his head and pushed him to do it. By giving him crazy flashbacks of the world on the outside, he pushed Jax to push the button to keep them all in. Now, Kane admits, yes, he does put on temporary modifiers and whatnot onto the people. However, he can't go for super long because it can cause some disastrous effects. Actually, scratch that. No pun intended. It's not that he can't go for super long, but it's that he chooses not to. Or at least tries to. Because, again, if he leaves it on for too long, it can have disastrous effects. To which Kinger says, scratch the first abstraction. And Kane's like, whoa, wait. This tells us that if Kane pokes and prods around a person's mind for too long, they can abstract. Kane also tells us that he was cooking up this adventure for a while, since the first episodes. Now, Kane only puts modifiers for adventures. However, this adventure has been long running since the first episodes. Wouldn't that mean that this modifier has been on the entire time? The entire series, even? Triggering what happens when you leave a temporary modifier on for too long? If Kane had put a modifier on anyone, who out of our entire group is the closest to abstraction? That's right, our golden boy, Jax. In episode 6, remember when Jax and Pomni were fighting and his eyes went from this right back over to this? As his mood and demeanor tries to calm itself down? It could literally be Jax's actual mind fighting against Kane's programming. Whatever temporary modifier Kane put on him. Because remember, Jax is supposed to be like the cool, calm, and collected guy who always makes snarky jokes and yada yada yada. He is not the guy that crashes out. And the moment he starts to crash out, he begins to really crash out. Almost as if going against Kane's mold, Kane's programming, causes you to break down. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. See you next time.